In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 14 enter, 1 will leave. This is the Greenhouse Season 4.
The unit is strong.
Yes.
Okay. Especially the
flock is
especially the 6. Like we're good. Now what they said, sorry if I'm a little sporadic, but I'm gonna get everything out. What we talked about was we were gonna go straight to Kim and reassure her because she said she had mentioned she felt a little rocky after last round, understandably so.
Yeah.
Reassuring her that she's top 6.
Yeah.
Fellas are completely fine with that 7 and 8. Caleb and Gavin, okay? I'm sure y'all are good too. 9, Ava. Because Ava showed her allegiance, she wants to be in the clear unit. We're gonna make her feel like she's a part of like thing. Us 3 are still in 3.
We have the 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. No, I like it. I like it. That
Also,
being said,
yeah, I'm sure
we're
you
all
saw
on
she
board.
has immunity for this
So
round.
I got immunity. I knew that.
That's
I mean, I felt
I
good.
was actually gonna ask y'all about that, like tokens of immunity. How was y'all work
So-
on motivation there?
Got 2
Okay.
seeds.
He got 1.
So
well,
here's-
now he has 3, I think.
And then, so the reason
So the reason I did immunity so no one else could. But it was
Makes
between me
sense.
and
Yeah, no, so this is the thing, that's actually people that are going up. So we heard about Anthony's seeds, we may have to bid higher.
he does have a bank vote
he
too.
doesn't make
To give him a bank vote last round.
He's getting those. Anthony's getting those.
So yeah, so he'll have a vote
Yes, and
if
then
he wins.
John Michael Sunflower, and then we would get you the other seed for the other Sunflower.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think I would win that vote?
Oh my God, what? Yes.
Okay.
No,
I mean-
we're not flipping, we did the numbers. Our core is strong.
Is that counting the fact
A
that
little bit.
y'all can't vote?
Gavin and Caleb are not gonna fuck you a little bit. Our core, Kelby gets
I
the
can
vote.
vote.
Kelby
I
gets the
can
vote. Ava also gets the vote. All those people are with you.
Okay.
So we're just getting you an extra seed because we have another seed
Yeah,
for
we
you.
get
you
another
have
seed.
tiebreaker.
Yes, that's all. It's pure strategy. You're
Okay.
gonna be fine. Yeah, and
Yeah, and you're the tiebreaker.
again, in worst case scenario, I was gonna say, even if Anthony gets enough seeds, John Michael doesn't have enough seeds, and then it's easy choice there. And then from here, again, depending on who wins greenhouse and all, like we have a unit, and from here, actually, like I said, we have our 3.
That's lucky that
And then we have our 6,
Yeah.
and then we have
Or 8.
7, 8, and then Ava around 9. Because, like I said, she obviously, the reason I mention her is because she obviously doesn't have allegiances anywhere else. She's not going around trying to make a little posse or anything. Our core is strong, and I think just reassuring Kim of that, Ross, and like I said, I was just with Ross. That worked out so well.
Yeah, the fact that we got it
me,
twice in a
Ross,
row,
Dylan,
I would agree.
dude.
I think we need to be like more scarce though. I feel like they're gonna start seeing us talk a lot.
So that's what we're all on the same page because
Yeah.
we broke up in there and we're like, okay, we're not going to need to convene every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Like now that the plan is out there, we all know. Now we float.
Right.
We don't have to reconvene. Because we're all the same
We're all
mind.
the same.
I told y'all the plan. Like that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Y'all are comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I know.
If y'all work the
I know
numbers out.
being on the block and all. No,
Sounds
Ross
good.
was actually like hard thinking about it. I was like, he'll be fine. But Ross sat there and like was actually doing the like numbers. Was like, if this person, then we'll be fine.
Right. As long
And
as we
also,
get
you gotta
something-
remember too how many seeds we have. Like we have a lot of seeds on our side.
I had a feeling that maybe you would put me up just because I ended up putting you up for the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why I was thinking, that's why I wanted to come run it by you to see, is that what your plan was?
So, I'm not 100% on that. I will say you're still like an option.
Yeah.
But you're not necessarily like the number one person I'm going for.
Okay, sounds good. Because I didn't want you to think because of the game when I picked you, I was kind of like sporadically thinking because I was so nervous, so I didn't want you to think like I'm gunning for Dylan. So I just wanted to put that in
Yeah.
your ear, but I mean, support whatever you do.
And obviously I haven't talked to anyone or anything yet.
Right.
But off the top of my head, I might look at just one nominee is like Brock.
Okay, yeah.
Just because he nominated Kim, who was closer to one.
Closer to you, yeah, absolutely. And I also think he's a bit of a threat.
Mhm.
And he's very, so I don't know if you saw, but immediately Seth pulled Brock and Kelby. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, so just you might get nominated. I'm not saying 100% yet.
Yeah.
Because I definitely am still looking at other targets first.
Sure.
Okay, so where's Seth?
He was talking to Kelby and Brock there. I don't know if they're still talking, but that kind of worries me a little bit because they were the 3 greenhouse. I don't know, and they ran right after the competition.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, they're already together, so like, you might like them as well. I mean, like, go, yeah, I don't really care. But it's like, I didn't do want to talk to Seth. I mean, like, because like he's nominated again, so it's like now like, I do feel better that he is already nominated, he already came and safe. But it's like that was Jessica. It's gone now. So he's telling he hasn't nominated anyone left in the game at this point. Wait, was Seth Rose last time, or was Seth?
Seth was Sunflower.
Oh, I'm lying then. Sorry, that wasn't lying. I was wrong. But yeah, let me go on. Like,
there's not going to be a single easy vote this whole game.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe there'd be some annoying people that everybody would hate.
yeah, but
Not the case.
Love all of it.
we were all cool. So it's like,
One, I consider talking about final whatever this far out seems like a silly idea.
Yeah.
But as if I had to pick one person right now I'm best off with, I think it would be you. I don't know if you feel the same way, and if you don't, that's fine. I'm not gonna hold it against you. But like if someone said pick someone to bring to the end, it'd be you right now.
Yeah.
The other thing is that being that that's the case, we probably can't do this too often.
Right.
And so it's going to be probably in our best interest to meet, once around, but not for too long.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, it seems like what's going on is that red group, which was Seth, Brock, and Kelby, but mostly Seth and Brock. First off, do not tell Seth anything that you're not comfortable with everyone hearing.
Okay.
I think we can use him to our benefit, but he's not going to keep many secrets, so just be aware of that.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going up this round. I think we might actually bank your vote. This round, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you're not going up.
I have nothing against that whatsoever. I don't think anyone really is out to get me.
I don't think so either. I'm curious about who that one is, but
If someone from that group that we're in with Emma's room says that I was saying Ava, that is gonna hurt me bad.
see, yeah. But who was in that room? It was the 3, me, you, and Dylan, Caleb, and Gavin.
Yeah. Which I feel pretty sturdy about.
I do too.
But if somebody just like switches sides,
I think that we didn't really say it as much as
so
Gavin and
yeah.
Dylan did. That was
Okay.
more their idea.
Yeah.
And we can play it off that way, I think.
Yeah.
I think that if what I'm hearing is right, that red team wants to work with me, you, and Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're partial to working with Gavin and Caleb, and I think they might want to work with Ava as well.
Okay, yeah. Now I trust Ava, but before, with me being kind of threatened by her,
Yeah.
I don't know if that would spread. I doubt it,
Yeah,
because I trust everybody.
yeah.
But we'll just see what happens. I feel like I need to talk more with John Michael,
Yeah.
Victoria, Anthony, now that Anthony has seeds especially. We
Yeah.
also have to redistribute
Yes, we do.
seeds at some point.
We do.
I really wanted to kind of control the noms a little bit so I
Yeah.
can make sure.
as you mentioned last round.
Yeah. One, I wanted to make sure that like the seeds are going to people I can kind of trust, because my noms get the seeds. But then also like my allies aren't just getting fully thrown up.
Yeah.
And, like all 3 of them or 4 of them and stuff, So yeah, is there anything on your mind? Like, I'm looking for targets, to be honest.
No, I mean, right now, I won the seeds, so I got the seeds.
Yeah.
Would love not to go up.
Yeah.
But, like, I trust you. Anyone... I don't know. No, I mean, I don't think much has changed since.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Kim Jessica vote went kind of wonky in any way, so...
Yeah.
I'm curious who voted against Kim, though.
I think it might have been John Michael.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sow a little bit of chaos and make them think that someone's untrustworthy, because I don't think they'll think it's me. I'm going to vote Kim to go. but I actually want Kim to stay. This is a purely instill some chaos and some discourse in there.
Now I was looking to potentially nominate Brock.
Okay.
Just because he did nominate Kim, who was
Yeah.
like an ally of mine. It's kind of like eye for eye thing.
Right.
But for the second nom, I am a little up in the air about
Okay.
it. So yeah, I'm just trying to talk to everyone, see if there's
Mhm.
any kind of like group consensus of like who should go.
I'm great with Brock. That works for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really working with him
Mhm.
as of now. I don't plan to either though.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
Should I be worried that you are putting me up for the one nominee?
So, our sunflowers are intentional, okay? I'll be very frank with you. We know our rows, and we kind of have a unit that, like, going right now, that is going more so for Anthony, purely because he has power, and he's a good player.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's smart, he's a good player, he has power with his seeds, so that's kind of the direction that we're going right now with our little unit.
Okay.
And we just needed to put other people in. Now, and again, we were comfortable with giving you a seed.
Okay.
That's why you're in there.
So I would be a pawn? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
Okay.
No, you're not getting gunned for at all.
Okay.
Ideally, we wanted to, that's the thing, is it's a beautiful game, because those seeds are very useful. And I was thinking, was getting you a little closer in with us. So
Yeah.
obviously, like any kind of mental games, I'm going to trust you. That was an impressive performance.
Thank you. I wish I wouldn't have done that
Dude,
almost now, but
you showed how quick-witted and strong mentally you are of a player. So we definitely wanted to get you closer with our
Gotcha.
with our little unit.
that sounds good. And
So that
when
being
you
said,
say unit,
okay, it's we're looking, and again it's a little loose, but red purple.
okay, yeah,
Red
got
purple.
it.
It was me, Brock, and Kelby, and then we like Ava.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're going. Right now, we just put Ava up, so we don't want to put her back.
Again,
We don't
yeah.
think Victoria's too threatening right
No.
now. And we were, like I said, we were okay with getting you closer to us by extending that seed, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I want you to be comfortable with that our unit is strong enough vote-wise, especially vote-wise, we're going for Anthony. And, worst case scenario, we're going to outbid him for his, and that's something, if you would have the seed, you could help us outbid Anthony if need be.
Okay.
For
Like an
for the
upper or something, yeah.
That's
Got it.
exactly
Okay.
what we were thinking, because we're kind of, for lack of a better word, kind of laser focused on that.
Gotcha.
That's what we're looking at. So.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good to me. Okay, thank you.
Dude, thank you, John. I
Yeah,
love your shirt.
Oh, thank
Man,
you.
I read those little books to the kids, man.
I know, they're my favorite. This is my favorite chocolate store.
Dude,
So.
they're awesome.
After what Seth told me, I'm like, I want to trust him very much so, but I'm still very much on the fence. Probably just because it's in my head that I don't think I'm safe, but he sounds very convincing, so I'm hoping that's true. I really do not want to be the second one to go. I feel like that's too early, and now I regret going that strong in the immunity competition because I think I just blew my cover a little bit and I got too eager. So, trying to think. I don't want Anthony to go. I'm gonna be so real right now. I like Anthony and Ruby a lot, and I'm heavily debating on spilling the tea, but I don't want to do that because it's kind of early. So we're just gonna see what happens. But I'm crossing my fingers and just kind of hope that everything works out for the best. But I'm worried that if Seth and them would pull me in as well, kind of hopping all over the place, but if they would pull me in, I think I would be the first to go out of the alliance because I feel like I'm on the outskirts of the alliance and I want to be at the core. And I think that's my biggest worry at this moment because I think I would be the first to go out of them. So we'll see what happens, but I am nervous.
Yeah, did y'all ever consider voting for Kim? Or, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
For Kim, I think for me it was pretty much always Jessica. Like
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wasn't. Yeah.
As far as everything else goes, like, this is Kim's first time, so it's like,
I felt like Jessica definitely was more of a threat.
I also
Yes.
felt like Jessica saying multiple times, I'm a strong player. I was like, that's hurting me more than helping you at this point, because if it's sitting right in front of you to get rid of a strong player early on, you're going to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I ultimately, like, I really liked Jessica. I thought she was really sweet.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to play the game more with
No,
her.
yeah.
But just ultimately, it was
so
an
many
easy way to
options.
take out a strong player.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Because there are so few of us that have played something before, like, I always know that, like, it's going to be in the back of their mind to get rid of somebody who's already played before. To be fair, I made it, like, 200 rounds.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, for the most part, I think I've, like, mingled with enough people to where it's, like, nobody, like, definitely, like, has it out for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think really there's anybody who has it out for, like, anybody in particular either, like.
Yeah. I still need to talk to Seth and Brock a little bit more, because I really didn't talk to them very much when they were in the greenhouse, because I didn't want to come like too overbearing a little bit, and like I didn't want to put my name in their mouth, you know?
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to talk to them more this round, but I think it's still like so early in the game that it's hard to tell.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, anyways, I feel like us girlies need to stick together.
No, it do. If they put 3 girls on the block,
No,
first
yeah.
round.
I know.
And
Sorry.
now it's all guys.
Well,
And there's more guys than there are girls.
There is
So
more
it's
guys.
like-
I noticed that.
Yeah. So.
and they do
They do
tend to stick together. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a battle of the
So-
sexes.
Yeah.
Truly.
Well, I realized the only reason I went for immunity, like, was because I was in the greenhouse last round, but also not a lot of people went, so I was like, I might have a better chance.
Well, no, and that's why I almost
Just to be
switched too. I was
safe,
like,
to be sorry.
Yeah, after last round, after I picked immunity over seeds, I immediately regretted it, because I was like, that makes me seem like I'm nervous. And so that's why I told y'all, like, I literally just blacked out, and I just like randomly was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so that's why I did seeds this time, because I didn't want to, like, that sense of dread that was sitting on me the entire round. I was like, oh no. So yeah, but
Yeah, I obviously went to seeds, but then there was only 2, so I was like, oh.
right.
Why not? I mean,
So, well,
So-
you're immune now.
yeah, so now I can breathe
Yeah,
for
that's
a
awesome.
round.
Yeah.
But I know it just started, but like, do you have anybody in mind yet?
The only person I'm really looking to right now that I can like with 90% certainty say is going is Brock.
Okay.
He nominated Kim, just kind of looking for like the eye for eye thing there. Second person, not 100% sure.
So you have a loyalty to Kim?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Kim are close, I'd
Okay.
say.
Yeah. I haven't really spoken to her very much, so that's kind of why I was asking, and I do feel like I trust you. So knowing that you would trust her is a good thing to keep in mind for me too.
Yeah. I asked, oh God, I forgot his name. This is awful. Anthony. But I'm not looking to nominate you, but did you want to be nominated for the seed or anything? Because I'm just asking everyone.
Yeah.
You can say no. It's
Nobody,
okay.
I mean, nobody wants to be a pawn, I don't
Yeah.
think, because I think that happens a lot where people go up and then, you know, there's a back door. People are like, oh, it's a good way to get them out.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't love it,
Yeah.
but I think if you were going to do that, I would like to know your thoughts behind it and just kind of know that I could trust you in the sense of like your plan isn't to send me home.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
it is.
No. Honestly, you're not even on my targets, and like I don't
Yeah.
really want to use you as a pawn or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if you wanted the coin and you felt comfortable enough with the house, but I understand
Yeah.
it's a big risk.
For me, I'm not going to volunteer for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to I'm not going to hold it against you, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
So like if you can find somebody else.
Yeah. No, I'll look
that'd
for
be
someone else
great.
then, maybe.
But
'Cause, like I said,
yeah.
you're not a target right now.
Well, and then
I
also
mean-
just like talk to me about it too. Like if you really can't find anybody, we can talk. So have you talked to the other 2 greenhouse members?
We got to talk briefly earlier. We unfortunately kind of got cut off before we could actually like get to the names part of things.
Yeah. Well, because I know Seth and Brock are friends, and so I don't know if that's going to translate into an alliance in the game.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I feel pretty confident saying that those 2 are close.
Yeah.
Because every time I talk to Seth, I also talk to Brock, not necessarily by choice, but because he's there. So yeah.
So you have 2 votes that can go, 2 nominees, or just 1?
No, I do 2.
Okay.
And both of my nominees get a seed, whereas Seth's nominee doesn't get a seed. I think that's it. And he breaks the vote in the tie.
Okay, gotcha.
So, John, Michael, he's definitely an option for me. Like,
Okay.
I'm not like looking to target
Yeah,
him, but like,
yeah.
if it's a process of elimination, he's
Yeah.
probably towards the bottom of the
Okay,
list.
yeah. I'll say I really like John Michael.
Mhm.
I got to talking with him a lot last round, and I really like him.
Mhm.
And so Brock and Seth scare me, and because
Yeah.
I think they're like a tight
Mhm.
duo, I think might be a good chance to kind of.
Oh yeah, well like I said, Brock's probably going on the block,
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
I'm-
okay.
that's not even
so,
like a
yeah.
okay, it's up for an option, right? But like
Mhm,
I'm
yeah,
saying it's probably
yeah,
gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to come up here and like talk to you and let you know, like you can be honest with me, like you know we can have conversations about this stuff. I feel pretty, like I'll tell you, like the people that I feel pretty strong loyal to
Yeah.
are Anthony, Joe Michael. Those are probably the two strongest ones right now.
Yeah.
And then you too, like how you mentioned, like the overnight crew
Yeah,
thing. So yeah, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to come up.
Yeah.
Say my spiel. Let me like hear what you were thinking.
Seth and I kind of discussed what's going on with the sunflower and the rose. He himself said he didn't remember the tulip, so he's checking on that.
Okay.
But as of right now, we have myself going up, John Michael. That's our two sunflowers.
Yeah. Okay.
And our rose is what did I say? Was it Anthony? Anthony. Yes. So Anthony's starting to put the points up. So matter of fact, perfect man.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We know we have the votes to protect our own.
Hey, I had the best conversation. I kind of lied, it sucks, but I just had the best conversation with John Michael. Got him. Because he was like, all right, how should I be worried? And I was like, and I'm thinking like, yeah, because there's no way we're going for Brock, and Anthony may get the pin, and it's basically John Michael's like our backup, but we need to get that unity going of we're going for Anthony right now.
Yeah.
And if need be, we're gonna outbid him for uproot if he tries, because he does have.
He has a lot.
He has a lot of seats.
He has four. At least
But
four.
we
He
have
has
the resources, okay? And like I said, John Michael's. Okay. John Michael's. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Victoria.
John Michael's. So, yeah, that decision's pretty formed in that way. So just so y'all are on the same page. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Oh yeah. Good to hear.
Can I go talk?
Sure, let's do it. Yeah. I'm in the woes of figuring out these alliances, to be honest, because especially me personally, Anthony, I don't know exactly. Like I still need to go have some conversations because last round we kind of had a thing going, and then again I'm just being completely straightforward. Just this round, it's a lot. It's a little more fickle than I thought initially.
Okay.
So we're not completely sold on our nominations yet. Greenhouse, Ross and Taylor and I agreed that before we were going to make it as a collective kind of decision, and before we did that, we were just going to kind of feel out people and see where they lie, see where their heads at, and yeah. So I guess with that being said, do you have a little group going, or is there anyone that you really trust, or anything like that?
Not a set group, still just kind of floating around seeing where people's heads are at. I think for the first couple rounds it's going to be very fluid. Because you really can't test your trust with someone until you start voting, until you start buying things.
Meat and
So
potatoes,
I think it's not bad that what you had might be more flexible than you imagined.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad spot.
No, it's not at all. That being said, and again, for the sake of transparency, you and John Michael were the names thrown up.
Me and John Michael?
Yes. From
who?
Oh, just the conversation that me, Ross, and everything had. But the reason why is because we overheard that you had a lot of seats, and so that you're powerful. That's the only reason that. Yeah.
Because I got
Yeah, that's the only. Again, I'm just being transparent. If you do get up there, it's not personal in any way. Like you have played a good game and you are a strong player. And I even told him, I was like, look, I know he is good. But that being said, personally, I'm not completely sold on anything here myself. And I trust you, and you're a trustworthy person. So that's what I'm saying. It's still fickle right now. But I can tell you this: I don't want you to go. I don't want you to leave. But there is, they do those, there is a bit, you know, that there's a bit of a collective kind of going with that. Yeah, so I'll say this, you know, again, for the sake of transparency. We do have like a kind of a, again, it's fickle because now that we're having these conversations, and you're right, you can't test your trust and loyalty. It's like, what is a unit, you know? But we do have kind of some people that want to be of like mind. And again, yeah, I'll just say that you were floated up there for that reason, and that's it, is that you have power.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me. So are you putting me up, or?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not putting it up.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I'll
Return the
say,
favor if I get the chance.
yes, but there is a potential for, for some artists just to be honest and to marry you, I guess.
I appreciate
for
it.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do y'all have any ideas of who might
Yeah.
be nominated?
Yeah, we're just talking about Seth. Does he have any?
Seth, I couldn't tell. He was being a little bit shoddy around the edges.
Yeah.
He was telling us stuff, but like didn't seem very sure in it. Wouldn't look you in the eye. So I don't know if Seth's telling the truth necessarily.
Mm.
So definitely need to find the truth. Who do we have else on the board? It's Ross and
Dylan. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was actually gonna go
I
upstairs
haven't
and
seen
talk to
Dylan
Dylan next.
Yes, I saw him pass. He was like, I
Yeah,
was thinking
he's upstairs right now.
This round they're all splitting up instead
Yeah.
of just having
Yeah.
one room where
Yeah,
everybody
right.
No, I
comes
kind of
to
like that though.
Yeah, I
Like, give
agree.
everybody a chance.
Because that was really
That was really
intimidating.
weird.
I was about to say we were sitting on the
Yeah,
bed
it was
like
Look at us.
Yeah, like from like little outcast to not even touching the block. Like
Yeah.
we're not even touching the block.
I don't think we're gonna be close for a while. Now, here's the thing, is I do think out of our big alliance of 8, right, I think we might be on the bottom.
Yeah, because it's 3, 3, and 2, and we have one squad.
So
we're like almost like everyone in their group has either done something or they've won or they've done something.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So right now I think that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll keep writing it out, but we need to try and get close to some of the other people, more close than others. Maybe start hinting at some of the people in the group. But I love them all. I don't know what we can do, but I know
like personally,
we can't stay at the bottom.
the John Michael. Yes, personally, I like Anthony, but if he has to go home, he can go home.
Yeah.
But it's like, honestly, out of Anthony and John Michael, I would prefer if John Michael went home. Because like, I don't have that much of a relationship with him, and plus he's really freaking smart. He ate that challenge up.
He did.
So it's like, honestly, if John Michael goes home, that's a threat. He's cool, but he's not part of our alliance, and I don't see myself working with him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying to see a path where we get to the end. We have such a big alliance that there's no way we could turn on them. Not that I would ever want to turn on them, but I'm trying to think like, we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, because also it's an alliance of 8.
Yeah.
Well, 13 people in the game.
Yes,
Like that's
they trust.
Yeah.
We all trust each other, so
Yeah.
you don't want to ruin that.
Yeah,
at all.
don't ruin that. No. Oh, just that. Oh.
Hey, okay, I'm glad I could catch y'all too because they walked out at a little bit of an inopportune moment. Anthony's gonna do Rose, John Michael, and Brock. We're not voting Brock at all.
Yeah, no, obviously
Obviously,
he's like.
he's literally getting a seed, so we can add a seed to us.
It's not like he's in our alliance already.
Right. No. In worst case scenario, we can match Anthony because Anthony just had a great conversation with him. He has 4 seats, so he can definitely do the uproot. However,
we have so many people.
We're gunning for Anthony, and he is. That's the thing I like. I like him. I like shaving him off because he doesn't have any alliances at all right now.
Anthony?
No.
Really?
And he doesn't have a lot of seats.
Wow.
And he has a lot of seeds. So he's powerful and he can make a lot of alliances or he can do something.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we just make sure that Anthony can't uproot.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna block it with the tokens.
Yeah.
And like I said, I already talked to John Michael. He is okay. He's okay with being a pawn.
Yeah.
But essentially he's that backup if anything happens.
I doubt there's no way I think he could get an uproot, but so it's okay.
I think we have a solid thing going.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we were all still on the same page. So, all right, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Good talk. Yes, sir.
Yeah, either way, bro.
It sounds like he's planning on targeting Brock.
That's what he told me.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he mentioned that he may put me up as a pawn.
See, he mentioned my name too, though, because I grabbed him.
Yeah.
And I said, look, because I wanted to clear the air because during the game I ended up pulling
Yeah.
nomming him, and I was like worried that he thought I was targeting.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll let you know though.
And he mentioned your name as another pawn, and then
Yes.
I said, well, like I will say, I feel pretty loyal to John Michael.
Yeah.
And so I said that the people that I'm the most loyal to right now are you and Anthony.
Right.
And then I had told him like
I feel pretty loyal to you. Those are the people that I feel the most strongly about. The person that it sounds like he's the most loyal to is Kim.
Okay, yes, he did say that.
So,
yeah.
but I think the issue is that Seth is on the greenhouse. And
Yes.
Seth and Brock are like...
Did you talk to Seth?
Not yet. I haven't talked to him all
Okay,
this
you want me to
week.
tell you something, but you can't say anything?
Okay.
He's going to nominate. He's going for
Okay.
Anthony, so, because I don't think they wanted to get a seed.
Okay.
And then Seth told me that he would nominate, that I would maybe be a pawn because they trust me getting a seed.
Okay.
So, keep that between me and you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, or if you end up telling someone, don't tell them I told you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, that is...
I need to so you've talked to Seth.
I talked to Seth, yeah, I
How
pulled
does,
his aside.
other than that, how does he seem like?
He acts like the main target is Anthony,
Okay.
and that's all I know.
Okay.
So
they did.
The reason Jessica was put up was because there was a rumor, someone came and told us that she had said that she was going to target.
Hey, come on.
Okay, she was going to target the greenhouse this round.
Okay.
Specifically the boys.
Yeah.
And they were just saying maybe it was a miscommunication. How we said like the late people are like, oh, they're out.
Yeah, their person's out.
But I was like, no, the person who told us that
Was like specifically she's.
it was after we were in the greenhouse. So, but we don't know if that person's lying or if Jessica was lying, and that's just what we're like. If drama stirs up again, we'll know maybe it's that one person starting it.
Okay.
So just kind of keeping an eye out for a drama starter. If
yeah, always good to keep an eye on that.
yeah, or if maybe Jessica did start it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I just know I was talking to Jessica a lot this morning, and like
she didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
She was very quiet, I felt like.
Well, I mean, I didn't feel like she was quiet, but I don't feel like she ever
said
like,
a lot.
Yeah, she said a lot, but like nothing of.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Yeah.
It was very generalized. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she would have said that right from the in the
it's
first
not like she
round
knew them
too.
either, like-
Yeah.
This doesn't even have to be filmed. I was just wondering, did I say that?
No.
Okay, thank God. Thank God, because I do remember, like, I did mention Jessica when I was speaking to y'all.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I was so worried this whole time. I was like nodding to like, yeah, that person's a drama starter. Is it me? Oh my God.
No.
Because like, if I did, then that was like obviously
Not
a
what
slip
you
up.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I would tell you if it was.
Okay.
That totally had to be filmed. Are you kidding me?
My
Was it
memory
me?
is so bad. Like that's why I did horrible in the last challenge too.
I don't know, you're pretty good at my books right now. Seth told me you're a pretty loyal person, and I respect that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I feel like you're pretty good. Right now, I actually am looking to nominate Brock, because he nominated Kim. So it's kind of like a eye for an eye thing there. And then the second one...
But do you think that Seth's gonna go for that?
I think I can talk him into it, because Brock at the end of the day will get a seed. And he might be that as an advantage. I still gotta talk to Seth, because like we had a brief, like probably 2-minute long conversation earlier, but we didn't really get to chat about all of our ideas. So it'll probably change, but the second nominee is still kind of up in the air right now.
I mean, I feel horrible. I feel horrible saying this because I just said us girls need to stick together. But I mean, Victoria voted for Kim.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that like.
She was one of the people I was kind of considering because of that too. But nothing's like solid yet.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Just that's the only like. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for telling me that, because I didn't know 100%, but I was like, okay, it's either her or John Michael. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Gavin and Caleb, I completely forgot about them. That's awful.
I personally really like Gavin.
Yeah.
He's very like he is loyal. He's also just like really kind. Like he's
I like
a level
Gavin.
head.
He kept me pretty informed throughout last vote too, so I feel good with Gavin. Caleb also is kind of by extension. I worked more with Gavin last round than I did Caleb, but I feel like I'm betraying Gavin. I don't know, but I don't know.
Seth kind of gave me a rough breakdown on it. If you're the tulip, who are you doing for your? Where the idea is, we want to make sure that we have the numbers. So instead of blocking 2 people from our side, we're gonna block 1 person from our side and 1 person from their side.
Gotcha.
That way,
Are you okay with this situation?
Yeah, I think the numbers work out. And
Me too. I haven't run them, but I'm pretty sure that they do.
You have a vote.
That's right.
A bunch of, so to catch you up, basically, Sunflower-wise, if I'm correct, it's John Michael and myself. We're not gunning for John Michael, but if it happens, it happens.
Correct.
Anthony's our target for this one because he's starting to build some points up. He's starting to build some seeds. We need to keep the financials on our side. So we have the combined resources between the 8 of us to obviously outbid him.
Yeah.
So that is who we're gunning for.
Okay.
Are you all on board?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think the general idea is that we make sure that we get enough votes to keep Brock, and if we can do it without spending at the auction, like let's say Anthony's the target. Let's say he scrapes up the seeds to buy Uproot, take Uproot.
Yeah.
JM becomes the target after that.
Gotcha.
Are we on the same page there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So first priority Anthony, second priority John Michael.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
We all feel okay about that?
I think we're safe. 1, 2, 3, team.
So my first one is like 90% certainty it's going to be Brock. I was looking at maybe John Michael, Anthony, Gavin, like one of those.
I don't know, but I saw Anthony and Seth talking, so that may not be an option that they'll want you to pursue.
Yeah, okay. Do y'all have any ideas of like where I should like look to target? I know.
Nothing. No, like honestly, like this last round was like so difficult to like pick anybody that really stood out, except for John Michael was the only one that like really like stood out like out of every question. But it's like not every round is gonna be like that, so it's like unless you know that everyone is gonna be trivia 2000s. That does us no good. So it's like we were just kind of
Seeing where you're at.
Yeah.
Where you were doing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to figure out the second one. I'm probably not gonna figure that out until I talk to the other greenhouse. But
well, yeah, because you might also want to see, because if one of them puts somebody up too, gets to put somebody up too, so it's like
you
don't
don't
want to make sure you're not like overlapping.
How are you okay if I block your vote?
Yeah, that's fine.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
I just didn't want to do it without at least talking to you. I mean, I feel like it's probably a good thing at this point in the game, right?
Do you have a reason for it?
I have an inkling of who's going to go up, and granted this could have all changed since I last talked to Seth and Dylan, but I have an inkling of who's going up, and I'm not like super worried about if any of the ones that go up go home, and so my idea was if I can give someone a banked vote who like I mean, it's hard to say you trust someone, but who I don't feel like is actively coming after me.
Yeah,
like who
for sure.
We could probably work together at some
Yeah,
point.
for sure.
That's at least my reasoning.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I could be way off on that.
Yeah.
And if you if you have other things working, that's fine. But I do feel like we could probably push some stuff forward.
For sure,
in the future,
absolutely.
if you're cool with it.
Yeah, totally. I'm totally fine with you blocking the vote. I'm glad you told me for sure. Thank you for.
And that's the reasoning is that I want as many of those in friendly hands later as possible. The way that it seems right now, there's some people who are, I guess, already kind of formulating a final, however many, that number's anywhere between like 6 and 9. And I'm just gonna ride that wave. The people that are talking about, the idea is that the final 6 is gonna be the red team, which was Seth, Brandon? No, Seth. Who came late with Seth? Brock? Seth, Brock, and Kelby, along with myself, Dylan, and Kim. We see that could possibly be a final 6. And then the final 8 that they're talking about is adding Caleb and Gavin to that, and then they're also talking about adding Ava as the 9th member. Listen, that's too many people to all cooperate. There's no way it's going to last that long. It's going to get blown up before then. But it's a wave to ride for now, and so we will ride that wave until we can't ride it. And as long as everyone is still thinking I'm on their side, that's where we want to be. So, any other questions?
Who's your biggest ally right now?
It was Kim. I think it still is Kim. But like I was like giving her, I was trying to give her right after this like positive, like, you know, I think we could possibly work together for a long time. She didn't really reciprocate. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's not interested in working together for a long time. Would have been nice to hear it back. But I'm not uber worried about it, and so I think she's probably still the one I'll if I had to pick one right now, it'd be Kim.
I'm gonna ask you just in case. Do you want to be nominated for the
No.
seed?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah. So I heard from Seth that you were supposedly planning to do Barack and John Michael. You're a yeah. John Michael for the seed, and then Seth is gonna do Anthony, with the target being Anthony. But should he somehow get uproot, we just vote out John Michael.
Yeah, that's
100%. Which okay, I'm making sure because I didn't talk to you at all, and I was like,
everyone I low-key didn't want to talk to talked to me. Oh, that's the fun of these games.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm fair.
Well, I just want to let you know, like, no, we definitely, okay, we have a little core thing going, and we really know, you showed your loyalty.
Yes.
Obviously, and I even overheard you, like, talking with Jessica. Like, you're with us, and I like that a lot. And again, it was a bit, of like a flip because, I mean, just to be, we put you, we went to you, Jessica, so that's why we were like, okay. But we definitely see you as part of like a, kind of a core unit kind of thing we got going. And so with that said, we just wanted to make sure kind of you were on the same page with, just to invite you, I guess, I say invite's another word, but to let you in on kind of what we have in mind. So yeah, to be honest with you, it's not a definitive alliance, so to say, but our red and purple is still kind of just like, it translates from last round. It just worked out well that like, oh, this is even more solid than we thought.
Yeah.
With me, Brock, Helby, and then Ross, Kim, and Dylan. I mean, it just worked out that way. But with that said, having you kind of in that mix, I mean, until tomorrow when things go down, whatever. But that being said, like, we want you like with us. Yes. And so right now, yeah, beautiful. What we're looking to do right now, Rose, our non-seeded nomination is going to be Anthony because he has 4 seeds. I just got that information from him. So worst case scenario, we may need to block his uproot, or we just vote John Michael out. I'm fine with either one. No matter what, Brock is the 3rd, but he is absolutely, definitively a pawn. Like, no matter what, we really can't. Like, Brock's staying. I just want to make sure, like, people, that's kind of our lineup there. Blocked votes are going to be Kim, who's in our thing. We just want another thanks vote. And then we're going to do, like, Victoria or Ruby, one of them, for blocked votes. Because we feel like that's the only ones that are not part. Like I said, how we did that, we did about, like, there's 13 people left, if we have a solid little crew and we have a majority, we can kind of stave off.
Are we still good with the plan?
Unit is strong,
Yes.
brothers. Everyone is on board cool. Caleb and Helen, super comfortable. Ava is super comfortable. Just talk to her. Like,
I didn't get to talk to Brock. Is he okay?
Oh, he was perfectly fine with it.
Okay.
He was perfectly fine with it. Brock was A-okay, like, all right, we're getting seed, okay?
Yeah.
Our blocked, it's going to be Kim, right, to make 1 vote. Who was the other one?
Ruby.
Okay. Also, I found out Anthony has exactly 4 seats.
Okay. So
that
he
being
might
said,
uproot.
he might try, but I feel like we should gun for him, though, because he has an extra vote. And in the off chance that they could flip it somehow, if Ruby, Victoria, for some reason, if they somehow got a little thing on,
I'm blocking Ruby.
Okay. So we're gonna block Ruby and
Okay.
Kim.
If no one uproots, there's gonna be 6 votes. Those 6 votes are gonna be myself,
Caleb, Gavin,
and Gavin,
Kelby.
and
Victoria.
Ava's on board.
And Victoria.
And Ava's on board.
So
Kelby's on board. Ross on board.
So out of the voters, we have myself, we have Ava, we have Kelby.
Gavin and Caleb.
Yeah, we have it.
No, we're good.
That's it.
That's it. We don't need to do anything.
No, we're good. Wait, so when you say that, we don't need to try to match.
Come here. We don't need to try to match. We don't have to spend seeds. We have the numbers.
So if Anthony does uproot himself, though, we're just gonna go for John Michael.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
target
Good plan.
switch.
Good plan. And he's gonna spend all his seeds.
That's the point.
All right, everyone, welcome to the nomination ceremony for round 2. Here we go. Yeah. Dylan and Sunflower, you will nominate first. You will nominate 2 people, each receiving a seed. Who are you nominating for the 11th?
I want to say sorry first. I didn't really get to talk to everyone. It's a little quick round. So I'm going to be nominating Brock and John Michael.
Brock and John Michael, you have been nominated for banishment. Please join us on the banishment stools. Let's do it. Seth.
Well, it wasn't an easy decision, but I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Anthony.
Anthony, seeds for such. Okay, these are our 3 nominees. We are about to move straight into the auction. We will kick off the auction, give you time to chit chat, meander around. Once the auction ends, we are going straight into voting. Okay? So whatever conversations you need to have during the auction. Sound good?
Okay, so we have the same things up for grabs. Up for 3 starting bid. You can buy, of course, a seed count at any time for 1 seed. This one you just purchase. It's not a bid. Just purchase 1 seed. Green thumb. Starting bid is at 4, and of course, Venus flytrap is now down to 15 because there are 13 of you left. So the starting bid for Venus flytrap is now 15.
Come on, discount
also
sale.
have this dice that you can place a bid on. Okay? The starting bid on the dice is 2 seeds. If you receive the dice, if you win the dice, you get to roll it, and whatever you roll is how many seeds you receive back. So it's a little bit of a risk. Okay? So you can also bid on Miss Bam. Okay? Happy bidding.
Cool. Is the dice gonna just be a one-time offer, or is it gonna be up there every round?
The next 3 rounds.
Even if someone uses it?
Yes. So it will be in play no matter what for the next 3 rounds.
Be brief.
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
What
I
did you
agree.
say?
Yeah, I agree. So I had 3, and then Dylan had 1. So do you want me to go to Dylan and give him his?
Did you have 4?
Do I have 4? Who did I get the 4th one from?
I don't know, but we're keeping it. We are absolutely keeping it.
I should journal more.
You're not an accountant. You would not be a good accountant. Do you want? Okay, so you give one to Dylan.
Yes.
That'll leave us both with 3.
Okay, yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah.
We're not buying anything right now.
No.
Or either of you go try to uproot.
What were y'all told? Like, were y'all brought in? Did y'all
I
know
was just
this
like,
was happening?
so Seth talked to me,
Okay.
and he said that our names were thrown out.
For what?
I don't know why you got thrown out. They said I got thrown out because of the number of seeds I have.
You didn't want to see it.
But Seth told me, I'm not putting you up, you're good with, like, he told me that we were good. So to me, Seth is done. Sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me. So are you putting me up, or?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
I appreciate that.
But I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Anthony.
Anthony, you are the 3rd nominee and will receive no seeds for such.
Like the guy, but if you're gonna tell me I'm okay and then put me up,
Yeah.
sorry. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's what
Well-
I don't know who threw my name out there. I don't think it was Dylan though. I trust Dylan. What do you think?
I was told, well, I say I was told, I was kind of told I was going to be a pawn.
Okay.
By Seth. But I had talked to Dylan because I was worried. And I was like, because I ended up nominating him during the game to go up and play.
Yeah.
And so that's why I played for immunity, lost it, so I did damage control. Oh, do not apologize, goodness. It's a game, you're supposed to win it. You're totally okay. So I tried to talk to him and he was like, yeah, your name, you may be put up. I mean, that's fair. So I was like, okay.
If you're going up as a pawn, Seth wouldn't put Brock up, so that means they want me out.
But
They want Brock.
Dylan,
They want Brock.
well,
Dylan wants
Dylan
Brock.
wants Brock out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
I think.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too, especially with stuff like just like backstab you like that, because didn't they come together and they're friends? Like
Yeah.
that would,
Yeah.
that would make
Yeah.
it a lot easier in the long run to deal with stuff
Well,
that's
and I
important. It was
asked-
an issue, but we needed to address.
I think I asked you this, never mind. I was thinking I asked Dylan this, but I think like the fact that they are close friends, Seth and Brock, means that that might turn into an alliance in the
Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
Which I think they're both strong players individually, and if they're together, they'll go even farther. So I think, does anybody know if Brock is going to try to get an upward or something?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I know, because we went to talk to Dylan earlier.
Yeah, we only talked to Dylan.
And he was the one who wanted to put Brock up. So, I don't think Seth
Dylan
wanted
also
to.
mentioned Brock to me.
Yeah, so I think like I think that's who they're really trying to get out maybe, and that's why maybe
Also,
devil's advocate, maybe that's why Seth said you were safe, even though he put you up, was because he knows that people were trying to go for Brock, but also Brock is his
Which
friend.
fair,
So
but
it's
like, if
like,
your
Brock is his
plan,
friend.
if your
It's like,
plan is like just don't tell me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
literally.
I will say, just to speak my truth,
Mm-hmm.
I did mention that you may have had 2 or 3 seeds, but we weren't like viciously.
No.
We were just like,
Well, it
who
was
has
true.
the
I had
most
2.
seeds?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if that made you go up.
I also want to preface that Ross just told me that he's taking my vote.
Okay.
I don't know that that's what he's going to end up doing, but he
Okay.
asked
Oh,
me
blocking
if he
you?
could. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't want to say it now.
Well, you get it back later.
Right.
Hey, and you have a bank
And I have a
vote.
banked vote.
Oh. I gave it to you last round.
Yeah.
And you can transfer that if you want.
Mhm.
I think
And
you can
if
use it
Brock
on
doesn't uproot himself, you can give me that and I will vote for Brock.
Okay.
I will give you my word, I will vote for Brock.
Yeah, I trust you.
If you want an extra vote.
I might just
See
try
how-
and buy
see how
upgrade.
that-
Wait, I'll interject on how it works. So, you can only use a bank vote if you're in the voting booth already.
Gotcha.
So if
Okay.
you're a nominee and you're not voting, then you can't use it. So you'd have to pass it to
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
But if you're blocked, then you're not going in the voting
Gotcha.
booth.
Okay,
Just-
so you
So I can pass it
you
to.
can pass it to me and I'm
Scrap that one.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
So,
but honestly, same here. I'm gonna be in the voting booth at some point, unless
Yeah.
he blocked my vote too for something badly.
Oh, so you can use 2
If he-
votes.
Yeah. Is that what I understand correctly?
Right.
Okay, so
Because if you get a bank
so if
and
you wanted
yours.
to give me your bank vote, I would use it on Brock, because that's
okay. I think we
So-
need to be careful about the fact that we're all talking because people are going to catch on. So I'm going to go talk to Brock.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go
I'm
find
gonna go
someone to
just
talk
do
to.
damage
Should I-
control if I need to.
I probably would.
I think either uproot or give someone a vote. Don't do both.
Yeah.
I'm in an alliance with Dylan and Seth and Ross, and I'm pretty sure the target is Anthony, but I kind of made like my own decisions and like trying to play like a good genuine game and not lie to people, but this is getting really hard. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do I turn on my alliance? Do I just lie to people? I don't know. So there you go.
So 2 of my closest allies are both up to be gone, both up to be plucked. And I'm feeling nervous about that because they're the 2 people that I consider myself to be the closest to. I'm the most loyal to them, and so I think they're the most loyal to me. And that is Anthony and John Michael. So I'm definitely a little bit on edge. And then Ross also told me that he will be taking my vote, or he's going to be blocking my vote. So I don't really have any impact on what's going to happen in this vote. But I feel hopefully good that it's going to go, unless Brock uproots himself. Pretty sure he's going to be gone. But I could be wrong. I could bite myself in the ass after this. But I feel all right. I don't feel great by any means, but I feel okay. I think it's going to work out. I think there's enough people in the house that would be more loyal to Anthony or John Michael than they would be loyal to Brock. So I think that Brock has kind of clung to Seth a little bit, and so therefore nobody has really gotten to him. So yeah, that's how I feel. Not good, not great.
It's time to send another player out the door. Will any of the nominees buy their way off the block? Will anyone go for the seed dice? It's another exciting episode next time on The Greenhouse, Season 4.